Thank you for tuning in. My name is Bernard.Faithful, and I am known as the Faithful Community Realtor. And it's something different today. It's not about the path, even though we can always talk about the path, even though the path is a part of the journey and the success. But we need to just talk about what's hot on the press right now, what's going on in the community. And the things that's going on in the community, and the reason I want to do this today is because I was asked a question about, well, just basically, an individual said, I don't even know what's the first step of purchasing a home. And when I got into the business, that was my biggest thing, to educate individuals on how to purchase a home, how to benefit from the market, and the assets, the things that we have that will be able to help us actually purchase a home, even though you have hard times, you have family issues and situations. There's always a way to get through it, to succeed, and to actually build up some generational wealth in your family. So the first step is purchasing a home. It really depends on credit. And credit is a source that you tend not to grow up and really hear about or be taught about, because this thing is very important when it comes to making purchases. It is very important in building some type of wealth. It is very important to actually not use your name and be able to put things in a business name, be able to put things in a corporation, all the above, so you as an individual won't have to utilize your assets and family name. So credit is very important. Credit can lead you to certain finances that will actually allow you to be eligible to purchase a home. And when you get to it, you can't get with a real estate agent. The real estate agent may have a team. The real estate agent may not have a team. Sometimes when you relocate, most individuals already have that person that's looking for the home, already have someone they can go to, whether that's someone at the bank, whether that's a loan officer in their area, and all they do is communicate with the real estate agent. The real estate agent, like myself, has a team full of individuals that not only can help you purchase a home, but actually help you to build your credit, help you build some type of forms and assets that you can show to a bank and allow you to actually get those funds so you can be eligible for a loan to purchase a home. So the first thing is basically getting with a loan officer. They're going to ask you for documentation, whether that's tax returns, your job, letters of how much you're getting paid. They're going to ask you some personal information where you tend to kind of throw those things in a closet and kind of forget about it. Well, you're going to need this information, especially like tax returns, how much you make on the job, any assets that you may have, any funds that's coming in from businesses and things like that. Everything helps. I mean, a husband, a wife, other people that has income that live in a home that's expecting to live in the next home. All that will be looked at, and that information will be needed for the loan officer. You get with a loan officer, and they're going to give you, once they receive all that information, they're going to give you something they call a pre-approval. The pre-approval will tell you exactly how much you can go shopping for. It's like a ticket. So it gives you this actual number that they did the calculations on, determined on your income, determined on your debt, determined on how many people live in a household, and they're going to give you this information, or to give you this number that say, hey, now you can go back to your real estate agent and you guys can shop for homes in this range. Usually you can't go above that range because it's direct to whatever you have and whatever information you gave to them. As you go through that process, it can be a month, it could be 6 months, it could be 8 months, it could be a year. The important thing about that is to start the process. And if you start the process, you can determine, maybe I'm not ready to purchase a house. Maybe I need to work on, I don't know, a new job that's going to pay me a little bit more money. Maybe I need to start saving, whether that's that 6 months emergency funds or just putting some to the side so you can have a down payment. You go to this loan officer because you want to get some information, something that's tangible, that you can actually have a goal to set. And when you set that goal, you know what you bring to the table as far as what you're worth, meaning the number that they give you. But now it's other things that you need. And it's certain things like down payment. And it's another thing they call closing costs. And the way I explain it, closing costs is you can pay for something. Let's say you purchase a lot for $22,000. Well, to get that title cleared, to actually make sure that there's no loans on that title, the title company does some research and some background stuff that you can possibly do yourself, but at the same time, they have the tools and the things that they do it really fast. And when it comes back, everything's clear. It's good for you to purchase. So the way I explain it is like a store purchase. You go to the store, everybody remember you can buy a bag of chips for 25 cents. That's way back in the day. Now I think a little small bag of chips is like 50 cents. But you go to the store, you make a purchase, and that 25 cents becomes 35 cents. So it's some taxes and fees on there with the closing costs. Your down payment. The down payment can be a percentage of whatever the selling price was or is. And the down payment is probably the most scariest part because people think that, I don't have the money to make a down payment. I don't have the funds to actually do that. There are programs out there that can help you. There are certain loans that you can get that can help you with your down payment. And I'm talking about at least $25,000, $22,000, $10,000 that you can actually get without even doing anything. It could be the occupation that you're working at. It could be the city, the state that you're living in. It could be multiple things. It can actually be the loan officer that you're working with because they have the experience in actually helping individuals receive down payment. It could be first-time home buyers. So it's a process in buying a home. It's a process in buying land and property. But the first step is to actually proceed. The first step is actually get with someone that can guide you and lead you into that direction. Now, I would like to jump to just, the hot press, what's going on right now in Southwest Florida. I was just recently at a meeting with Lee County Economic Development Director, and he's expecting, or they are expecting, that Lee County within itself will have about 1 million people within 8 years. Within 15 years, they are expecting about 2 million people here in Southwest Florida and Lee County alone. That's not even including Carter County or anything like that. These markets right now, everyone is scared about interest rates. Everybody's afraid about lack of inventory. And most people that I know saying that we're waiting. And most of those people don't realize that the people that got the money, they're buying. And the reason they're buying because they wait, it's sad to say, but they wait on times like this. Natural disasters, hurricanes, things like that, COVID, bad times, and they buy up everything because they know what? It's temporary and everybody's going to come back and everything's going to get back to normal. But the smart thing that they did, most of them don't even come out their own pocket. I mean, most of them deal with individuals that, collaborate, come together, and build or put some type of funds into something and purchase it. And the goal is to sell it or to reuse it. The goal is not to keep it. So everyone's thinking about purchasing a home, and this may not be my lifetime home and, the thing that I'm living the rest of my life, I honestly don't believe that should be your goal. The goal should be purchase a home or purchase something, a property or something like that. I hate the word flip, but definitely so you can use it for your advantage. It becomes an asset for you. And I know everyone's not making the same amount of money. I know that it's hard out here, period. I know that we always talking about coming together and, we should do this, we should do that. But you got to look, people, and even in our area, they're buying up stuff and we sitting up here saying that we're going to wait. Think about that. Sit there and wait. Wait on what? There's going to be another natural disaster in 10 years, probably 8 years. It always happens. So you save up, you build relationships, you communicate with individuals that are in a profession, and you learn what you need to do to be one of those persons. When something does happen, you are able to benefit from the situation and not be that individual that's saying, oh, I'm going to wait. So Lee County is doing certain things in Collier County also, in Charlotte County. All directors were at the meeting. They're doing little things for affordable living, affordable housing, but they're not necessarily doing enough. So if you're sitting back waiting on homes to be affordable, it's sad to say, but it's not going to be affordable. The average income right now to purchase a house is about $80,000. And that changed from $60,000. So it's going up. And that's families, that's single family homes. They are doing, these directors and economic development people are building certain apartments, certain areas. But the crazy thing about it is, that blew my mind as I stood up there and asked the question, what are you doing about affordable living, affordable housing? They said it's too expensive. That's crazy to me. To build affordable housing is too expensive. Everyone is looking for a profit when it comes to certain things like this. Everyone needs to come together, and whether that's the contractors, the builders, the person that owns the land, all these people come together and they look at how much money it's going to take to build these affordable homes, and then they pull back because it's just they don't receive a profit. They don't receive revenue from it because they use all these funds and they build. Even let's say government give them some type of funds, and they build these properties, and then they gotta subsidize it because and limit the price of it, or the rental or the revenue that's coming back because of it's supposed to be affordable. Affordable living is not happening. It's been a crisis for many, many years, and I don't believe personally in what I've been told that they're doing anything about it. So what can you do? These people are buying up. I always use the example because of where we at. Lehigh Acres. A year or 2 years ago, you can possibly buy land for $4,000 and $6,000. I'm talking about quarter acre. You can buy land for that within that price range, and that was the norm. Today, it's between $15,000 to $22,000, and that's the norm. And they're buying up all this land, and we're still waiting. Tell me why. I really don't know. Let's say you don't have the funds. The uncle, cousin BB, and all them need to come together, and we need to purchase this lot and sit on it. You don't necessarily have to build. But I would like to throw out there, I do have a connection with a builder if you want to build. And this individual I thought was, until I asked, this individual I thought was a big-time builder, building in Collier County. This person actually contacted me and said, hey, I build in Lehigh too. So I got a connection there. If you're looking to build, if you're looking to purchase land and build, there's a lot of different programs for you to purchase something. You don't know because you haven't asked. You got to open your mouth and ask. You got to be able to speak to people and talk to people and be able to take in that knowledge and go with it. There's a lot of knowledgeable individuals in the profession that's willing to help you also. So I just want to come here, hot on the press, speak to you guys live. I may keep it on there, I'm not sure yet, and go from there. So these individuals also with affordable living and jobs are saying that we're not doing anything about the workers that have to travel to these areas. They just gonna have to travel. We can't. It's too expensive. We can't build a community here just for the workers. So just think about that. Think about it. And I just talked to a great individual, and the great individual told me that it's not the government responsibility to help these individuals that, need help, far as affordable government assistance. These things were temporary. It wasn't for longevity. So you got to reevaluate your life, reevaluate your situation, communicate, open up to individuals and figure out how can you, how can your family prevail in times like these. The market is slow. Is someone telling you that they're killing it? Is someone telling you that they're, selling this and selling that? Even loan officers saying that they're getting bits, they're lying to you. The market is super slow right now. But the crazy thing about Southwest Florida, everyone is still coming to Southwest Florida. No one is trying to travel anywhere. And one thing I learned today, the state that's coming to Southwest Florida the most, and they did this test off for looking at people's licenses, is California. Who would have thought that people from California is coming to Southwest Florida? California, New York, New Jersey, those are top three. Pennsylvania, and then my people, Michigan, didn't come in there at all. Not even the top, nothing. They didn't even make the list. So relocation. Speak to someone that knows the area. I suggest that you actually, maybe, if possible, rent at that location before you actually buy. See if you like the area. Or just continue to stay in communication with somebody that lives in the area. Visit. And then go from there. Being in a different area, it can be kind of frustrating because you're not meeting with someone in person. You're basically sending documentations via, email and things like that. So you have to stay on top of everything, stay on top of individuals. Personal home is not just you and your family, and you just go out there. It's a lot of people that it takes for you to actually get to the closing table and purchase a home. And it takes a lot of communication. It takes a lot of giving your information and trying to find the best situation for yourself. That being said, I am your faithful community realtor, Bernard.Faithful. If you want to reach me, you can reach me on my website, Bernard.FaithfulRealtor.com. Also check out my YouTube videos, Bernard.Faithful. And any social media platform out there, Bernard.Faithful. I made it easy for you. Get in contact with me. Let's talk. I probably missed a lot of things that I really want to go over. You know how, the cameras, lights, action, and you just go with the flow. But get in contact with me. Let's talk. Let's figure some things out. Let's move forward. And it's going to take a village, like anything else, to help us prevail in these times. Thank you very much for tuning in. Looking forward to speaking with you again.